25 rules to stop negative self-thinking, rewire your mind. The most dangerous voice in your life is not the one criticizing you from the outside. It's the one you hear when no one else is around. The voice that tells you to hesitate. The voice that reminds you of your past mistakes. The voice that convinces you to settle, to doubt, to stay quiet. That voice has cost you opportunities. It has delayed your growth. And if left unchecked, it will decide your future for you. But today, that ends. If you're ready to stop fighting yourself and start rewiring your mind, subscribe to this channel, like this video, and comment, "I control my thoughts." Because the moment you take control of your inner world, your outer world begins to change. Negative self-thinking is not who you are. It is what you've practiced, and anything practiced can be unlearned. This is not about positive thinking. This is about mental authority. Let's begin. Rule 1, you are not your thoughts. Your mind produces thoughts automatically. Not intelligently, not intentionally, automatically. Most people never realize this, so they assume every thought must be true. It isn't. Thoughts are reactions, memories, predictions, conditioning. They are suggestions, not command. The problem begins when you mistake suggestion for truth. I'm not good enough. I always mess things up. I'm behind in life. Those are not facts. They are habits. The moment you stop identifying with every thought, you reclaim power. You don't need to eliminate thoughts. You need to stop obeying them blindly. Rule 2, question the voice before it questions you. Negative self-thinking survives because it goes unchallenged. It speaks, and you accept. But the moment you ask one question, its authority weakens. Ask, is this thought true? Is it useful? Is it helping me grow? Most negative thoughts collapse under scrutiny. They rely on emotional urgency, not logic. When you pause and question, you create distance. Distance creates control. Rule 3, stop turning moments into identities. One mistake does not make you a failure. One delay does not make you behind. One bad day does not make you weak. Negative self-thinking turns events into labels. I failed becomes I am a failure. I'm struggling becomes I'm broken. This is how people trap themselves psychologically. Moments pass, identities stay. Never let temporary experiences define permanent identity. Correct the behavior, not your worth. Rule 4, your mind learns through repetition, not truth. Your brain does not believe what is true. It believes what is repeated. This is why negative self-thinking is so powerful. It is rehearsed. Every time you replay embarrassment, every time you relive regret, every time you repeat self-criticism, you strengthen that neural pathway. You are training your mind what to expect from you. The good news? Repetition works both ways. What you interrupt repeatedly loses power. What you reinforce intentionally grows. Mental rewiring is practice, not belief. Rule 5, stop using your past as evidence against your future. Your past explains how you got here. It does not determine where you go. Negative self-thinking constantly brings up old versions of you. Remember when you failed? Remember when you embarrassed yourself? Remember when you quit? Yes, you remember, but growth means refusing to live there. If your past disqualified you, you wouldn't still be here. Every strong person you admire has a history they outgrew. You are allowed to do the same. Rule 6, change your self-talk from abuse to instruction. Listen closely to how you speak to yourself under pressure. Most people don't motivate themselves. They verbally attack themselves. That doesn't create discipline. It creates fear. Fear leads to avoidance. Avoidance feeds doubt. A disciplined mind speaks with firmness, not cruelty. Correction without shame. Accountability without insult. Talk to yourself the way a strong mentor would. Because the voice you train is the voice that will guide you in hard moments. Rule 7, control your inputs or your thoughts will never change. Your mind is not isolated. It is constantly being fed. Every conversation you tolerate, every environment you remain in, every piece of content you consume. Negative self-thinking doesn't survive on its own. It is reinforced. If you wake up and immediately scroll comparison, outrage, and perfection, your mind doesn't stand a chance. You cannot rewire your thoughts while repeatedly feeding the same emotional toxins. This is not about isolation. It's about intentional exposure. What you allow into your mind today becomes the voice you hear tomorrow. Protect your inputs like your future depends on it, because it does. Rule 8, action comes before confidence, always. Waiting to feel confident is one of the most destructive lies your mind tells you. Confidence is not a prerequisite, it is a byproduct. Negative self-thinking convinces you that action requires certainty. In reality, certainty is built through movement. Small actions disprove big doubts. One completed task quiets 100 anxious thoughts. One courageous step rewires more than weeks of mental rehearsal. Confidence does not arrive first. It follows. Move anyway. Rule 9. Separate your worth from your performance. Performance fluctuates. Worth does not. Negative self-thinking ties your value to outcomes. If I succeed, I'm worthy. If I fail, I'm nothing. This creates emotional instability. When your worth rises and falls with performance, you live in fear of trying. Strong minds separate identity from result. They evaluate outcomes without self-destruction. They adjust behavior without attacking self-respect. Failure becomes feedback. Success becomes confirmation, not validation. This is emotional maturity. Rule 10, interrupt the thought loop before it completes. Negative self-thinking is not a single thought. It is a loop. Thought, emotion, reaction, reinforcement. If the loop completes, it strengthens. If it's interrupted, it weakens. You don't need to erase the thought. You need to interrupt the cycle. Stand up, breathe deeply, change posture, redirect attention. Physical interruption breaks mental momentum. The mind follows the body. Control the interruption. You control the loop. Rule 11, stop mentally time traveling to places that don't exist. Most suffering happens in places you're not in. The past you can't change. The future you can't predict. Negative self-thinking thrives on mental time travel. What if I fail? What if they judge me? What if it never works out? These thoughts feel urgent, but they are imaginary. Your power exists only in the present. Return here again and again. Present starves anxiety. Rule 12, repeat new thoughts until they feel boring. At first, new thoughts feel fake, uncomfortable, unnatural. That's not failure, that's rewiring. The old thoughts feel real because they are familiar. The new ones feel strange because they are new. Repeat them anyway. Repetition precedes belief. Boredom signals integration. Keep going. Rule 13. Build discipline so motivation becomes irrelevant. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Negative self-thinking feeds on inconsistency. Every promise you break to yourself teaches your mind not to trust you. Every promise you keep builds internal authority. Discipline quiets doubt because it produces evidence. You don't need to feel strong when you know you are reliable. Rule 14, stop seeking permission to believe in yourself. No one is coming to validate you, and waiting for approval keeps you small. Negative self-thinking waits for permission. When they believe in me, I'll believe in myself. Flip the order. Self-belief is not arrogance. It is responsibility. Believe first, act next. Let results speak. Rule 15, your mind changes when your identity does. You don't change thoughts by force. You change thoughts by changing who you believe you are. When your identity shifts from I am someone who struggles to I am someone who trains their mind, your thoughts align automatically. Identity is the deepest level of rewiring. Become the kind of person who does not entertain self-destruction. Rule 16, stop confusing comfort with healing. Comfort soothes, healing transforms. Negative self-thinking survives when you only seek relief instead of growth. Distractions numb the discomfort, but they don't change the pattern. Growth requires you to sit with discomfort without letting it define you. When you stop running from unease, your mind learns resilience, and resilience silences self-doubt. Rule 17. Build emotional regulation before life tests you. Strong minds are trained before pressure arrives. If you only work on your thoughts when life is calm, you won't recognize them when life gets chaotic. Practice regulation daily. Slow breathing, intentional pauses, awareness of emotional shifts. Emotional control is a muscle. Train it, or stress will train it for you. Rule 18, stop looking for a final breakthrough. There is no single moment where negative self-thinking disappears forever. There is only consistency. People fail mentally because they expect a permanent fix. Rewiring is maintenance, not a destination. Every day you show up, you reinforce the new structure. Stop waiting for transformation. Start maintaining it. Rule 19, recognize that inner peace is a skill. Peace is not luck. It is trained focus. Negative self-thinking is attention misplaced. What you focus on repeatedly becomes emotionally loud. Shift focus deliberately. What can I control right now? What action moves me forward? What thought serves me? Peace follows focus. Rule 20, decide who you are under pressure. Pressure reveals identity. When stress rises, your true mental training appears. Do you collapse into old narratives, or do you respond with clarity? You don't rise to motivation, you fall to identity. Decide in advance who you are when it's hard. That decision changes everything. Rule 21, turn self-respect into a daily standard. Negative self-thinking thrives when self-respect is negotiable. Self-respect is built by keeping small promises, maintaining boundaries, choosing effort over excuses. Every time you act with self-respect, your inner voice softens. It stops attacking because it no longer needs to. Rule 22, let go of who you were taught to be. Some of your self-doubt is inherited from expectations, from criticism, from environments that benefited from you staying small. Rewiring requires unlearning. You are not obligated to remain who you were trained to be. Release outdated identities. Growth begins there. Rule 23. Your thoughts follow your actions more than your intention. Thinking alone does not change the mind. Action rewires belief faster than reflection. When you act against doubt, your mind updates its assumptions. I guess we're capable. I guess we can handle this. Action educates the mind. Move first. Let belief catch up. Rule 24. Repeat until it becomes who you are. Rewiring is repetition layered over time. Not intensity, not perfection. Consistency reshapes identity. Every interruption weakens the old wiring. Every intentional thought strengthens the new. Eventually, the inner voice changes, not because you forced it, but because you trained it. Rule #25, you win when you stop attacking yourself. The mind cannot heal while under attack. You don't need harsher discipline. You need wiser authority. Strength is not cruelty. The moment you stop fighting yourself, your energy returns. And that energy becomes clarity, focus, momentum. Negative self-thinking was never your enemy. It was a system that went untrained. Now you know how to train it. If this message helped you reclaim control, subscribe to this channel, like this video, comment "I rewire my mind," and share this with someone who's fighting themselves in silence. Because the strongest upgrade you'll ever make is not outside you, it's the voice inside your head.